Hi everyone, this is Alexia Simmons. Today I'm going to walk through the site I created for this course and speak a little bit about the decisions I made as it pertains to developing the content, organizing the content, and the layout of my website, as well as designing it and executing those designs. So, the purpose of this site was to serve as a professional portfolio for me. I wanted a single place to showcase my talents, to provide examples of my work, and to display my resume. Essentially, I wanted a single hub of all things Alexia professionally where people could navigate to and kind of peruse to learn more about me and what I have to offer the communications field. So, the primary audiences for this site would be potential employers, as well as colleagues and other professional connections that I already have or that I may make in the near future. I want them to be able to learn more about me, especially if they're interested. So this will pretty much serve as the medium for them to do so. So I believe my site's content and the way it's organized meets the objective for my audiences because I created 5 dedicated web pages. Each page fulfills a specific purpose. They were created intentionally, and I think they are very effective in getting those my goals across. So for my home page, essentially I just have an image here that I believe exudes professionalism. So here you have my landing page. You learn Alexia Simmons. She has a master's degree. She's a writer, strategist, and communicator. Very short, brief to the point. I think impactful. It says I'm based in Baltimore, Maryland. And essentially, it's like a summary snapshot of who I am and what I want to portray to the working world. My About Me page explores a little bit more about me and who I am professionally and shines a little bit of a spotlight on who I am personally. You're able to put a face with a name. I have an image here of me, which I may update in the future with a more professional headshot. And then you also have a mini bio here. It's written in first person. I want people who are visiting my site to feel like I'm connecting with them, that I'm speaking directly to them, that I want them to learn more about me, that I'm approachable, I'm personable. So this mini bio was constructed in that way. The sentences are short, which we also learned through the class. Writing for the web is different. You need to be more brief to the point, use plain language, shorter sentences, and first person is really more impactful for writing content for the web because it just connects with people differently. It's not written like a novel. It's not written like a academic paper. So that was the goal and intention with me creating the content for this page. I wanted a really brief snapshot here of what I'm interested in: internal communication, strategic communication, and employee relations. People are able to see right easily what I like to do professionally. And then I also provided a way here to link to my resume. Now, my resume page pretty much outlines all of my relevant career and academic experience, like any resume. It's just digital. I use different levels of headings to build out the page and outline it so that it makes sense. I also use lines here to break up each section so that it doesn't seem too text heavy. So I really leverage those different tools and the headings to make everything distinct and make it flow. At the bottom, I have more about my educational background and the academic awards that I have earned. So that was the purpose of my resume page. Now, my portfolio provides specific examples of works that I've done, both during my career, but also during my academic journeys. So here I have some professional projects. I really wanted everything to be really diverse. So I included some press releases, some morale booster type communications that I've developed, like event recaps, some other articles and news stories, an organizational report that I was part of helping to create. I wanted to showcase that I have some skills in multimedia. So some of these videos and PSAs here showcase my voiceover and script writing skills. Then I also have a web page here where I wrote the content for the web page. So I really just wanted to show just everything that I can do and how I can be diverse and, executing these tactics and strategies within communications. On the right hand side, I have a little bit about my graduate research. Again, to me, because it's not about professional work, it's about, stuff that I did during school. I think this also sheds a spotlight on who I am and what I'm interested in outside of the workplace and offline. So here you have an example of a work that I wrote, another example, and then I have linked to a WordPress account that I use for undergraduate career, that pretty much shows my skills with journalism. There I have a lot of news stories there and voiceovers where the main intent was to convey things in a journalistic style. So I think this page is very diverse and showing the different things that I can do. The contact page was a way to offer them, a connection with me. It links to my various social media platforms. I have a way for them to email me directly. They can visit my LinkedIn, or they can visit the WordPress account that I mentioned earlier. Then we also have here where we learn to implement a form. If somebody doesn't want to connect with me externally in some way, they can just simply submit a message on the website, making it a more convenient experience for them. So basically, I use all of the different tactics that we learned through the text and through the course to create a really comprehensive web page that I feel speaks to my audiences directly and offers a snapshot overview of who I am professionally and what I have to offer. I designed my site using different shades of blue. Based on my research, blue is a pretty neutral color professionally. People find it trustworthy. Um, so I think the shades that I use will be pretty well received. And I think it creates a cohesion to my website that I really like. I think overall my site's style, tone, and layout meets the needs of my audiences because it's very clean to the point and it's not aesthetically overwhelming to the readers. So again, I really like how cohesive my site is. I like that I was able to provide a fairly comprehensive, outlook and perspective on who I am professionally. And I think I did so without it coming across as text heavy and disinteresting. So in the future, I'd like to update my site with more, visuals of me, perhaps on the homepage. And I want to really to continue to find new ways to make the site appeal to my visitors. So as it pertains to maintenance, essentially, I plan to dedicate some time each month to make sure that the site is still meeting my needs and it's accomplishing my original goal of serving as a professional portfolio for these audiences. I want to make sure the information is always fresh and current. As we learned recently, updating your site often is very important, especially as it pertains to the search engines, so that your site remains relevant. It appears when people, are browsing the web and looking you up. So that's also a really big motivation as well for me to continue to maintain this site and brainstorm ways to make it better. So all in all, I plan to continuously find these new ways to tweak and improve this site so that I represent myself in the best way possible, and to also provide these site visitors with the best possible experience of me and who I am professionally. Thank you guys for listening.